Listen, I know what you're gonna say, guys. I know I fell off, but this isn't about me, okay? It's about the strongest Battlegrounds. And Battlegrounds in general. Now that I've spent so much time investing into TSB, this game's fucking butt, dude. Okay, sure, it's a well-polished game with good animations and decent combat, but it doesn't update. There's no content. Other Battlegrounds games have like bi-weekly updates where you can at least make a video on it, even if it won't get the most views because you probably won't be the first one to upload. Or maybe there's sneak peeks, but no, TSB has literally nothing going for it. It's just so boring. And it's upsetting because it's like supposed to be the #1 Battlegrounds game, and yet it falls short in every single aspect. You want good animations? Heroes Battlegrounds got that. You want better combat? Heroes Battlegrounds got that. You want to have fun? JJS has that. Heroes Battlegrounds I don't really like that much, but I can at least admit the animation is better for certain moves. When TSB first dropped, it was always about like, oh, who's the next character? What are we gonna get? What are we gonna do? But now there's literally nothing to look forward to. We know what we're gonna get. We know KJ's already here. We don't need to look forward to that. Child Emperor is going to be finished eventually. Who cares, dude? Like, at this point, TSB has lost all of its hype, not just in the player base, but in the views, dude. If you look up TSB, like, content, the entire just genre, it's always just toxic player content. I recently lost, or not so recently, lost my content creator role in Yielding Arts, and that was a really low blow to my self-esteem. And Pagama had the same situation happen to him, where he lost his content creator role because he just didn't want to do TSB. Not to, like, exaggerate, but it feels like if you are not going to give us content to make, we are not going to make content. You know, certain people can get away with this, you know, some people can like just upload whatever about TSB because their fan base is just loyal like that. I'm not like that. I don't really have a viewership. I have viewers, but it's not like people are like kissing my feet everywhere I go, like, oh my gosh, dude, it's that guy. Like, it's just not fun. Like, I do not want to make the same rinse and repeat toxic player video, sneak peek video every single time I play the game. And it's just so boring, bro. Like, literally a lot of the things that we see when we look up like the strongest Battlegrounds is either old videos that like popped off, or it's new videos that are just rinse and repeat the same thing. TSB, I feel like, is more of a social game now, and even then, people on Roblox are just boring, bro. Like, I feel like Roblox as a whole is boring, but TSB, especially for me, when that's like the main game that I play, it's just so bland. And I feel like this never really happened as much with the old game I used to play, Super Doomspire, because even though we knew the game was never gonna get updated ever again, we at least had like a tight-knit community to talk about things that even weren't in the game, like the lore or characters that we wanted to make about the game. There was only something keeping that community alive for a little bit. TSB, there's nothing. You can only make, oh, here's the Boros moveset for like the 50th time. Oh, he has a big blast attack. That's so boring, bro. Like, literally, other communities have at least something else going for them, whether it's video games or shows, media, music, anything, literally anything you have to come to mind, there's at least something to talk about. TSB, there's literally nothing. For example, I'm in a Deltarune sub-community called the Puppet Pipeline. We make little stupid AUs where we swap the main character with the secret boss, and we keep on doing it over and over again until the character just becomes unrecognizable. It's fun because people get to make music and make a little lore, and sometimes when the formula gets repetitive, we switch things up. You know, we get new swaps, we get new things, we get new characters, we get new music, new things to explore, because there's at least something we could do because we are the ones creating stuff. Even though Deltarune hasn't updated in like billions of years, there's only something to do because people just get bored and they just swap characters around and just hypotheticalize, oh, what would this character look like, or what would their music sound like if they were in this role? There's at least something to do there, dude. Genuinely, I feel like TSB would be such a cool game if there was more to it. Like, genuinely think about it. With the strongest Battlegrounds, there's nothing to connect to. There's no lore. We just fight in an arena with a bunch of different characters until we get bored. All the characters are just ripped clones from an anime, which isn't a bad thing. You know, if you like One Punch Man, that's cool. But there's no like personality, you know, if you really think about it. And I'm not saying that every single Roblox game has to have this deep like lore that you have to look into to like actually enjoy it. But like, if the entire game is just fighting, like let's be honest, TSB is basically a social game at this point. People are so bored of fighting each other that people are willing to just sit in a corner and talk. You might as well make TSB like a lobby to sit around in based on like the cities. But no, instead of like, you know, consistent updates or lore or any sort of personality, we just have a run-of-the-mill Battlegrounds game that is only popular because it was the original, because people are so emotionally attached to this one game that they're not willing to move on. And I'm one of those people, admittedly. But at the same time, guys, like, come on. Like, TSB has no replayability. It's all just hit people, and then you get bored and then you leave. There's a few archetypes of people that you'll meet in the strongest Battlegrounds. There's, like, the regular people who just hang out, and that's okay. And then there's the people who, like, literally, like, base their entire ego off of the strongest Battlegrounds. And I feel like I fit between that spectrum. Like, obviously, I care about the strongest battlegrounds, and I want to be good. But at the same time, being good means literally nothing to anyone anymore, because no one cares about TSB content-wise. No one's going to care, oh, I'm the #1 Saitama player. Like, this is literally, it's a lonely road. And if you really want to be around people that care that much, you're going to be in a clan. And clans are not the happiest place to be in. Speaking because I know a lot of people, I've heard a lot of things about clans. So recap, TSB has a very boring community. It's not tightly knit because there's too many people. And even if we got rid of a whole bunch of people, it still would be boring because there's nothing to talk about. Like, there's literally nothing to look forward to when it comes to the strongest battlegrounds, because we've done literally everything. Literally everything has been done, and if it hasn't been done, it's probably way too difficult to get off the ground and even get people to care in the first place. That's my opinion on the strongest battlegrounds. I hope you guys like this like commentary style. I really like doing commentary, and last time I did commentary, it did really well, even if the topic wasn't very, you know, good. I'm at least glad that through those commentary videos, I was able to connect to a lot of people. This isn't like the end at all, guys. Like, obviously, you know, I'm gonna keep on doing this stuff, and if you guys really want more like commentary videos, I would love to do that. But for now, I'll see y'all.